reputation contributed nothing to me. Decisions with the other apostles did not reveal to Paul anything that Jesus had not already revealed to him in his 14 years since his conversion.
Why is Paul saying this? Because he's got to fight that he's not a real apostle. Okay, that's what that's all about. All right. It sounds bragging, doesn't it?
Well, and two, that God had already given him the knowledge he needed.
Yeah.
And he was able to come back. He had done it for him.
So why is Paul a true apostle? He's giving them the reasons why, right? And it's really a shame that he's got to do this, you know, but he does, right? Who's got 7?
Well, it was laying here, so I'll read.
Okay.
But the contrary, seeing that I had been entrusted with the gospel to the uncircumcised, but as Peter had been to the circumcised.
Oh, very good. So now, actually, no, Peter did reach out to some Gentiles. The Roman commander, other people, but in general, right, his ministry was more to the Jews. And Paul, in general, I'm sure he ministered to Jews. I mean, I'm sure he went to the synagogues. Every place he went, I'm sure he ministered to the Jews. But his focus, his overall, you look at most of his converts, they were Gentiles. Right? 8, please.
For he who effectually worked for Peter in his apostleship to the circumcised effectually worked for me also to the Gentiles.
Right. Again, same point, that even though Peter did go to Jews and Gentiles, okay? Then who's got 9?
I do, but
okay. It's on page 6?
It's on the screen here, too.
Okay. Oh. In recognizing the grace that had been given to me, James and Cephas and John, who were reputed to the pillars.
Okay, let me interrupt there, and then we'll continue when I'm done. Okay, again, Paul is setting the record straight. Reputed to be pillars. Reputed by who? By the false teachers, saying these are the real pillars, right? Paul does not elevate James and Peter and John as apostles higher than his apostleship. Paul's apostleship is just as legitimate as their apostleship. And then if you will continue then.
Gave to me and Barnabas the right.
Yep. Yeah, you're good. Keep on going. Yep.
She never says it.
Yeah. You're doing good.
So that we might go to the Gentiles and they to the circumcised.
Right. So he told them, hey, he told us, go, Barnabas, you, go for the Gentiles. 10, please.
They only asked us to remember the poor, the very thing I always was eager to do.
See? What was the one requirement, right? Remember I think there's probably the Roman Jews they're talking about, or else maybe the poor in each of the churches. All right. Hey, now we got a good old Christian fight. There's really no fight like a good Christian fight. Is there? I tell you, if you want a really good battle, you look at European history, you get the 2 Christians fighting, and man, there's going to be lots of bloodshed.
So
right?
I thought it would be at peace with all men, as much as lies within you.
Paul did not always play well with others, did he?
No.
Especially when he saw something wrong.
Adamant.
He was there, right? And he saw something wrong with what Peter was doing, right? So who's got 11? And then we'll go to the maps, David. Okay?
But when Cephas came to Antioch.
Antioch. Where's Antioch, David?
It's on the southern coast of Turkey, kind of in the middle.
Okay. Let's look at some maps.
Who are these turkeys?
Let's take a break here. Let's take a break and just look at some maps. Okay. So you saw the Roman Empire in the previous one. These are the churches of the Revelation, okay? And right there, the reason I brought this one in is, what's that? Galatia. Galatia is right there, modern day Turkey, next to the Revelation churches. What's that? This is Greece, right? Okay.
Oh,
Rome,
Italy,
Oh.
right? Right? Let's keep on going, David. Okay, now what's this, right? Well, we'll see the outline here. What does that remind you of? Ohio.
Oh, H-I-O.
Oh, wow.
That just gives you a frame of reference. That's how big Ohio is compared to the Mediterranean Sea and that area. Let's look at one more. Now this is Turkey, modern day Turkey, right?
Okay.
This is Galatia,
Three
right?
Ohio's.
So Galatia's about the size of Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
How about that? That just gives you some idea. When Paul traveled, I mean, he traveled thousands of miles, didn't he? And so I thought that might be interesting too.
No, wait. The big area is all of Turkey?
This is Turkey.
Okay,
Yeah.
and
The light
the
blue is
The
Turkey.
Ohio overlay represents Antioch?
No,
No,
Galatia.
Ohio.
Galatia, I mean.
Yeah.
Galatia.
See, Turkey is what, 3 to 4 times bigger than Ohio, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, go
But-
back to the
but
picture
go-
and show
The previous
Antioch,
one,
Antioch,
Yeah,
which is near Tarsus.
right. I have some
Yeah.
of those. Well, let's go on, David. Let's go on to the JPEGs.
Okay.
Okay, so here we are in modern day world, right? Turkey. All right, here's Syria.
Sorry.
And then, oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah. Okay, we got Syria, right? Israel, Jerusalem, Syria to the north. Further to the north is Turkey, right? What's that? Ukraine. That's where Pastor Chip goes,
Oh, yeah.
Zaporizhia.
Above the Black Sea.
right?
Yeah.
He goes to Zaporizhia. That's just up there, right next to Russia. See, this is why the Ukrainians are so influenced by the Russians, right? And there's division there. The Eastern Ukrainians are affiliated with Russians because they're all family, right?
Russia took it over.
And Russia took it over.
Part of it.
Yeah, part of it. Yep.
Show there on Turkey where Tarsus would be, it doesn't show there. And here Tarsus is the Antioch church.
Here we go. Okay, so here's Tarsus, and here's Antioch.
So when Peter came to Antioch, that was our verse right there.
Yes, that was our verse.
Antioch.
Okay.
That's a big mountainous area. They were they went into a cave. They were hiding, and that's how they worshipped and everything, and they hid in the cave there.
Is it Antioch today?
I don't think so.
Antioch today? Is there?
When you go there today, but there's nothing active there.
No,
It's
is it
just
called
an-
Antioch? Is the name?
No, it's called Antioch of Syria. I believe they call it Antioch or something near there. You're taken there when you take that trip to Tarsus and then go to Antioch.
So this is another showing Galatia, Lysteria, Iconium. This is Paul's first missionary journey. Okay, and keep going here. Again, just another showing Galatia. All right, and what else we got, David? Alexandria, right? I just want to point out Alexandria, and of course we know Rome, right?
Mm-hmm.
The biggest, most influential city in the Roman Empire was what city?
Rome.
Rome. The second biggest, most influential city in the Roman Empire was Alexandria.
Huh.
The third biggest, most influential city in the Roman Empire was Antioch. That's the Roman Empire at the time. See, they had Rome, Alexandria, Antioch. From there, that's where they controlled the areas, right?
Alexandria had a very famous library too.
Yeah. Yep. What else we got here? Okay, I thought this was good. So,
It was burned.
so remember in Acts, Paul was mistaken for God here in Lystra, and then remember he had to flee Iconium in Acts because of a plot to kill him. and he was also Lystra. He was stoned. Paul was stoned. Yeah.
That's, you're getting your job.
Yeah, I deal with Lystra.
It's with his job.
Right.
Okay, so Paul was stoned in Lystra, right? So who do you think stoned him? The same people, the religious, the zealots, the Jewish people who thought that people had to follow Mosaic law, be circumcised, follow dietary laws, etc.
Right.
So there is more than a little animosity between Paul and the religious leaders, right?
Mm-hmm.
They stoned him.
That wasn't nice.
That wasn't nice. Okay, that's enough. I don't want to get that's enough, David. That's good. What if you would maybe just go to the gift, just if you, and then we'll move on.
Oh, you can't go away from the maps I used to.
It takes a second to get to the other.
Paul was in jail, right? Paul was jailed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prison. So was he? Is that how they killed him?
We don't have to do it. I thought it would be easier.
Did Paul die in jail?
Yeah.
Brian.
Brian, she's asking, did Paul die in jail?
No.
In Rome.
And
Paul eventually went to Rome.
But like,
Right,
did
but did he die in jail?
No.
No, I think I don't know the record. I just know that, remember Paul said, hey, I'm a Roman citizen. I appeal to Caesar. Okay. And then he was went to Rome and was in prison until, I don't know, 5 years, a long time, more than